Welcome to my midterm debriefing for EDTC 6332, Dr. Pan. I'm Graciela Fernandez, and I look forward to sharing with you where I'm at in my project in this course. Ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of the project is to provide a learning management system via CoreSite that increases the percentage of patient portal adoption to exceed the 50% threshold, as determined by the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services Agency. For all eligible providers, for ambulatory providers, medical assistant, front and back office support staff. Performance problem. The performance problem was analyzed by the Patient Portal Adoption Measure, which is currently below the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services standards, causing imposed penalties to Infinity Healthcare of America. With project manager Stephen Mohammed and Infinity Healthcare of America stakeholders, it was concluded that this was the weakest area and needed to be addressed. It was decided to address the issue to increase patient portal bidirectional communication to meet the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services standards to reduce penalties by 35%. Implementing a learning management system via CoreSite, we hope to increase the adoption rate by 50% per provider, and as a company 48% by the due date, end of the reporting period of 2017. Performance problem. The adoption of the patient portal negatively impacted due to the lack of familiarity with and confidence with secure and private medical patient communication. Traditional training methods were too costly due to utilization of on-site trainers and was not prohibitive for efficient delivery of training support. Implementing a learning management system for training delivery of patient portal, utilization by the ambulatory staff members, providers, medical assistants, front and back office support personnel, provide training support materials via CoreSite. Objectives. It is to create interactive training videos via the learning management system via CoreSite, provide a dashboard for monitoring progress, course completion, and assessment, provide remote WebEx support, for Module 1, an asynchronous online navigation training will be assessing the learning management system via CoreSite design. Will be a 15-minute asynchronous online navigation training on how to access the learning management system via CoreSite design, so the learner will demonstrate an understanding of the material by scoring a minimum of 80% on a multiple choice or some sort of assessment. On Module 2, what are meaningful use patient portal requirements? Will complete a patient consent and collection of valid patient and emails, identify terms of patient portal terminology and patient token independence of HIPAA consent privacy notice, will complete a pre-assessment, assess knowledge of meaningful use, activity, complete patient portal enrollment process, complete patient consent, and collect email and issue tokens, assessment with 100% completion of the patient portal enrollment process. This is in order to successfully assess the stage 1 and 2 meaningful use. Eligible professionals must fulfill the patient portal requirements for each stage. On Module 3, how to send a secure electronic message via patient portal. The objective would be to demonstrate and instruct how to send a secure electronic messaging using a patient portal, the terminology to identify functions of the menu icons and functionality, like send and chart and complete. The activity will be to compose and send a patient portal message to test the patient, to reply to a patient inquiry from the patient portal. Assessment is 90% successful completion of the activity. On Module 4, how to refill a medication refill request. Module 4, how to refill a medication and fulfill refill request. The objective will be to demonstrate and instruct how to fill a medication refill request, terminology, identify the functions of the menu icon, its functionality, for example, selecting medication, denying request, sending refill to pharmacy. Activity 1 will be to complete patient portal medication refill request. Activity 2 will be to reply to the patient portal medication refill request denial. Assessment of 90% successful completion of activity. Module 5, how to send order results. Objective is to demonstrate and instruct how to send order results. Terminology to become familiar with and understand. Identify the functions of the menu icons, its functionality, for example, lab, diagnostic, imaging, document, library, free text content, and upload to portal. Activity will be to send normal lab results to the patient portal, compose message to send to the patient portal requesting to schedule lab review. These are the two activities. Assessment, 80% successful completion of the activity. Several lessons that I learned. Lesson 1, time management. How to balance work, school, personal health, and family. Timeline. Adjusting as unforeseeable events occur, to tweak and to keep accurate account of events, because it's constantly changing. Evaluate the scale of the project and downsize it to manage effectively. Organization. To define specific roles to avoid overlapping of duties. Communication. Utilizing Google Docs for live documenting and editing. One of the problems that I had was that Steve travels a lot to Europe, and communication was a little stress. Getting my edits, collaborating on certain points, but I realized that if we documented through Wiki or had Google Docs, that we could do Google Hangouts, we could have a live document, we could be editing while we're collaborating. Time management. Designated a proxy for the project manager in the event when the project manager is unreachable. There were times where we had so many meetings and we had to reschedule, and if he had a proxy, some of this could have been, I think, handled a little bit better. But overall, things are moving along swiftly. Second lesson that I learned, survey computer literacy skills, effective and ineffective, introduction, video demonstration, foresight navigation, patient portal adoption, request the attendees to create a patient portal account and to become familiar with the navigation, create a patient portal as a patient, field trial, select 3 pilot markets for the highest risk practices of not meeting the patient portal standards to navigate and actively completing the learning management system via foresight. Instructional solution will be to determine possible gaps in learning upon evaluation assessment of the first 3 market trials. Lesson 3, documenting my reflection and goals. Stakeholders. They provide feedback on milestones throughout construction of the course site and implementation. So, stakeholders are important, continue to provide feedback to them. That was something that was important, I think, that some of us sometimes forget and don't realize. Communication, emails, phone, Google Docs, always have backup plans, have a variety of tools, 2.0 web tools to use to collaborate and communicate. Field trial, provide continuous status report of 3 pilot market completion of course site throughout the entire phase of the project. Conducting a summative evaluation, provide the patient portal meaningful use reports for each reporting period. Human performance problem. The lack of knowledge of sufficient computer skills, lack of familiarity with the learning management system, foresight, and navigation. Addressing issues quickly allowed to decrease human performance problem in order to achieve the overall goals and objectives of IAH. Instructional solution. All users will need to be issued a course site login. Provide access to course site within the work environment as designated intervals during the workday. Broadband will need to be provided for access from the selected devices to complete their e-learning. Hardware headphones will need to be issued by Infinity Healthcare for privacy to complete the e-learning course site. What is the chance of finishing the product by deadline? I feel that I'll complete 55% of my project learning management system via course site. I hope I'll have all my specs approved so that I can begin recording. When working with a huge company to design a learning management system, which has 2 project managers, lead would be Stephen Mohammed and myself, Graciela Hernandez, all material has to be approved by very important stakeholders. So this process is lengthy. There are several stakeholders who have to give their stamp of approval for each module. And that's where I'm at. It's taking quite a bit. I hope to get approval quickly in order to have and complete my product by due date. Again, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video and listen to where I'm at in my project. I welcome any comments or feedback or questions or concerns that you might have concerning my project. Again, thank you for your time. Here are my references. This has been a recording for midterm debriefing for EDTC 6332. Again, thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye now.